Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. I am sorry, no hamster this morning. Both little Saber, she's awake in her little house, but I can't coax her out of her house. And I like to let them know that their houses are their safe places, so I'm not digging her out. Gojira is asleep inside of her mason jar, and so that's two little hamsters that are available that are unavailable. So my sincere apologies, no hamsters this morning. Pain-related insomnia, of course. I mean, now that I'm off opiates, I'm glad I'm off opiates because I don't need to be doing cardiac damage to my heart. But there's definite negatives to being off opiates. I had positives to it, and one of those was it allowed me to sleep partially, because now a few hours after I go to bed, pain just wakes me up. So I try to stay up as long as I can, but it's difficult to sit in a chair now because being off opiates, my nerves are so much more easily inflamed. And so my legs start feeling really uncomfortable. My back is killing me. I can't stand up because of my back injuries. My only option is to go lie down. So yay, I have to go to bed at a certain point. I can't stay up until 3 in the morning anymore. I can barely last until 11:30 at night. And by that point, it's like, I just got to go to bed. This is torture. My back is killing me. My legs are restless legging. I can't even sit here. And then after I go to bed at 11:30, 3 o'clock, I wake up from pain. And then from 3 until 6, when I finally get out of bed, I can sometimes drift if I move, flip over onto my right side, which hurts. And so I can't stay there for long. But while it hurts not as much as it was being on my left, but it builds up, and so after about 45 minutes I got to go back over onto my other side, but I can't sleep just because of the pain in my back. Oh, it is. Finally, I get up out of bed now these days at 6 o'clock. I try to get as close to 6 as possible. Yay! Pain is wonderful. And I went walkies last night. It was a good thing. It was a nice day, nice evening. Went and just walked, and it's good, a very good thing. Still just around town, but maybe 2-3 miles instead of the 6 that I want to do. But at the same time, with the increased pain and fatigue, so joy. But at least, I'm alive, and that's a good thing. It's definitely good to continue, processing energy and doing all the things that biological beings do. Definitely a positive. I like pumping blood throughout my circulatory system. Blood and blood pumping is a good thing. Definitely a positive. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about, just as a minor thing, was I play a couple games that are crazy. Dwarf Fortress is a very my apologies, is a very weird game that is both incredibly bizarre and difficult and deep. There's like 2 brothers that work on this game, and it's their life's goal just to work on this game. They may work on it for the rest of their lives. That's their job, to do this game. And so that's what they do, and it's stated incredibly deep as a simulation of sorts. But the idea is you've just got a bunch of dwarves, and you're trying to keep them surviving as you build out a fortress into the side of a mountain. Seems like it's going to be simple, but it's anything but. Number one, it uses roguelike graphics, which is just ASCII, which is just keyboard type symbols. And so unless you get a mod that changes that into something else, you've really got to get your head into what all of the symbols on the screen means, like what the commas mean and all that. But there's mods that turn them into, instead of a top-down view of just keyboard symbols, isometric views with icons of little dwarves running around. And so you can get all this stuff to do that, but the world is difficult. It's incredibly difficult to keep these guys from going insane and killing each other. If bodies start piling up, that will drive the dwarves mad. And so the tagline for the game is losing is fun, because generally if your fortress does not end in death, horror, and ruin, you're doing something wrong. And some places have made amazing fortresses that have gone deep into the earth with massive machines and pumps, and then finding deep underground horrific monsters that tear everything apart from the inside. So they're horrific, nightmarish tales that end with blood, death, and terror. And literally, it's terror, because you get to read little text things about what happens and how you find these poor, cold dwarf corpses where they drag themselves into holes in the mud to escape the horror that was occurring, and then they bled out and died there in the mud. And it's like, oh, that's so awful. Losing is fun. Now, the reason I brought that up is because there's another game called RimWorld, if you've never heard of this one, where people crash land on a planet, and you've got to try and keep your colonists alive on this planet, and then eventually in the hopes of getting a ship built where you can escape again. I searched for funny RimWorld stories on YouTube. Funny is kind of a misnomer on this one, because as I discovered on the funny RimWorld stories, they kind of make Dwarf Fortress seem light and fluffy. I mean, there was this one story where the guy just showed highlights and talked about it, but it all was going really well. The colony was surviving, but then there was this wave of psychic madness, and the squirrels went insane and attacked. And the battle against the squirrels was horrific and nightmarish, and people were injured. There were squirrel bodies everywhere, blood painted the inside of the walls, there was viscera everywhere. People were losing their minds from the stress, and that's something that happens in the game. If your characters are too stressed out, they can just lose it. And if they lose their minds, they will do things that they don't mean to do. Like they'll hunt out and kill one of the pets that the colony has, and that might snap them out to go, oh my god, what did I do? But from there it just went downhill. Everybody was dying, and in the end, with the waves of raiders that was hitting, some of the survivors that were just living and sleeping with the corpses of their friends in the med bay, with the miasma and stench of the rotting corpses. And the last person that survived, when the raiders come through, she snaps partially out of her madness, grabs a gun, but attacks one of the raiders in the night. But she's been living with the corpses, and she's just dark and dirty and bloody and terrified. He beats her to death. And then in the growing sunlight, they see the nightmare that this colony had become, and they just burn it down. They burn it down. It's like, oh my god. These are stories that are horrific, and they're the funny stories. Pretty much every funny story so far has been tales of situations that have broken human minds, and you've watched these broken people trying desperately to survive until the bitter, bloody end. Oh, good game. Both RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress are amazing games, quite fun. So you should play them. Dwarf Fortress is free, and RimWorld you get on Steam. So if you're into games that end with the deaths of everybody in fashions that make you want to go huddle in a corner and cry, then that's definitely what you should do. Thumbs up for that. Past that though, I'm just living and surviving. I've made phone calls. I've done some things that I've needed to do. There's others that I still have to get done. So I've gotten some things done, and I'm getting things done slowly. I just got to keep working. Got to keep getting things finished. I've mentioned before how I let things slide, and then I tidy, and then they slide, and then they tidy. And right now I'm in a I need to tidy trough here, so I'm gonna spend the day doing that. It doesn't take a day, it takes like 10 minutes, but part of it is, of course, I've got things that since there's all my storage space behind me, I have nothing to store things anywhere past that, so I stack stuff close to me if I'm going to ever use it in the foreseeable future. That adds up. So I gotta get that stuff done, gotta get it all tidied up. So thumbs up for that. I'm not a pig, I'm just a guy. Thumbs up. Yeah, so I'm just living, surviving. I got stories that I still want to write, and that's a good thing. I can't really think of anything to talk about to really push this any further, so I'm not actually going to, because why pad things out? The idea is to bubble sort my brain so that I can make my rest of the day survivable, and pushing things just doesn't help. So I'm going to wrap this one up by saying I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments in my community tab. So yay. Now, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them later. Thumbs up each one I do. Answer as many as I can. There's a lot of comments. I can't get to them all. I do the best I can. But I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. A good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. Thank you very much for having left one. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And it is a range of 20 to 25, because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my brain damage from my alcoholism, my fibromyalgia, fog, my depression, my widower brain, and more, I'm lucky I can remember my name is not my name, because it's not. Nobody's name is my name in English, anyway, I think. Anyway, though, I can't remember if there's anything more to say, so let me call my Chrome where I got my comments. And we have Vegard Tobias. I cannot pronounce your last name. Kesserid Bjornich? Thank you very, very much, and I am so sorry. Tistros, greatly appreciate. Terrence McGowan, I sure hope. Val Skelton, thumbs up and thank you, I imagine, maybe, I'm not sure. Dr. Green Thumb, greatly appreciate. Chris with an apostrophe, thumbs up and thank you. We have Scruffy Joe, thumbs up and thank you very, very much for watching. Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. And here's hoping things get better. Oh, Zaid, thank you very much. Primitive, greatly appreciated. Zilla Films, thumbs up and thank you. Tanner Floyd, greatly appreciated. Dot 1378, greatly appreciated. Matty Dumont, thumbs up. Harley McKinney, greatly appreciate. Sebastian Ferris, howdy. And we have Big Frogums, nice name. Zombie Wolf, greatly appreciated. Young Yeet, thumbs up and thank you. Thomas S, greatly appreciated. Useless Shit, I would imagine, since there's an apostrophe where the I would be. Tom Haynes, greatly appreciated. Jesus Barragay, oh, I have no ideas, but thank you very, very much. And then Daniel Reeder, greatly appreciated. And Petrie, thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you very much. Now, just as a real quick thing, because I was doing this when I was watching last night, Ich kann nur ein sehr kleine bisschen Deutsch sprechen und verstehen. Sehr kleine. Oh well, after all these decades. But one of the things that I can remember so quick, and it's funny to do it in American Sign Language though, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, I got lost on the ASL part of it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I can remember my numbers. That's a good thing. Anyway, though, if you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you can donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them on the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. Lost my mind entirely. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. Yay! Well, thank you very much for having watched. I got this video, in case you haven't noticed. I have another video that I need to edit and render. I'm going to record. That was painful to think of. And then edit and render another video. And then I have those 2 walkies videos that I still have to edit and render still. Oh, excuse me. So, a lot of things. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.